This video introduces sonic inquiry, a research approach using methods that honor sound as an integral aspect of life, learning, and research. We'll discuss why scholars across disciplines have engaged with sound materials, how concepts derived from sonic qualities challenge dominant ways of doing research, and two prominent sound methods, sound walking and audio collaging. Since the late 1800s, scholars have used audio recording technologies to document sounds. In the early 20th century, anthropologists used sound recording devices to enhance written field notes with audio field recordings of the cultures they studied. Ethnomusicologists at the interdisciplinary intersection of anthropology and music aimed to preserve the folklore and songs of rural, working class, and indigenous peoples and ways of life perceived to be dying out. The sonic allowed for the materiality of individual voices and offered a different sensorial perspective on complex cultural systems than words or images could convey. In the late 1960s, R. Murray Schafer founded the World Soundscape Project, and with Barry Truax and colleagues established an acoustic ecology program at Simon Fraser University. This group popularized soundscape as method and brought field recording into urban contexts. These early acoustic ecologists also took a preservation-oriented approach, positioning natural sounds as peaceful and healthy and in need of being saved from the polluting noise of industrial culture and life. Their applied work sought to design exterior and interior urban spaces that used natural sounds to promote human well-being. Other sonic inquirers have been more influenced by experimental musician, electronic sound pioneer, and composer Pauline Oliveros, who bridged sound art with applied participatory social science inquiry. Oliveros developed a deep listening pedagogy and methods for personal and collective inquiry through sonic improvisation and participatory performance, exploring how we might practice deep listening in everyday life and what such practice makes possible. Her recordings and workshops acknowledge the interpretive, performative nature of all listening and the creative compositional choices always involved in recording, curating, and presenting sounded events. Researchers have also found concepts developed from attending to the qualities of sound useful for troubling dominant vision-centered orientations and metaphors often used to conceptualize how we describe and understand research and learning. How often do you hear about or use visual concepts like reflect, revision, or reframe? Sonic concepts can help us think differently. Resonance, for example, offers a way to think about how objects might relate beyond the more visible and measurable qualities of numerical frequency or cause and effect. Resonance is a physical phenomena whereby a sound becomes prolonged by an object reflecting the vibrations of or vibrating in sympathy with a sounding object nearby. Though we do not see the two objects touching, they nevertheless exist in resonant relation based on shared qualities. Resonance can connect seemingly disconnected objects or ideas in sometimes surprising ways. Approaching analysis through resonance rather than relevance possesses the critical potential for moving beyond repetition of dominant discourses and opening up to complexity, difference, and nonlinearity. Likewise, the act and concept of filtering offers something different from framing in foregrounding how many layered features may be simultaneously present and absent or invisible in a given framing. Many more qualities and concepts related to sound can help scholars creatively deconstruct and reconstruct the ways we think about and do qualitative research. Let's look at two major sound research methods, sound walking and audio collaging. A major method popularized by the World Soundscape Project, Hildegard Westerkamp's activist work extended sound walking as an accessible and embodied approach for deepening the experience of sound by learning to listen to local environments. Sound walking involves listening and often recording the sounds found in specific locations and in day-to-day life activities. Westerkamp experimented with collective participatory approaches to sound walking through community radio broadcast. and soundwalking now uses a variety of technologies, from smartphone apps to instruments for making microsound worlds audible. Milena Drumeva shows how researchers may even conduct soundwalks in video games. Audio or sonic collaging or compilation are forms of sound composing researchers have used to incorporate the sonic richness of multimodal data, express the polyphony of experiencing, and illustrate the complexity of material discursive research assemblages. Uploading sound files into a digital audio workstation downloaded from the internet, scholars can experiment with layering, juxtaposing, and blending linguistic and non-linguistic sounds together in building more multidimensional analyses of research data. Attending to the sonnet can contribute to a more critically reflexive, potentially more ethical, and holistic approach to research work. I hope this brief overview excites you about the potentials of attending to the sonic aspects of experience and possibilities for using sounded research methods. A vast array of sound methods exist, and I invite you to explore the resources found in this video's accompanying notes to learn more about the many potentials of attending to sound in your research.